Ever since we acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo, Evan Turner has been concerned with the playing time that he's getting. And on top of that, ever since we acquired Nikola Vucevic, I've been seeing a lot of comments saying that we should have gone for Andre Drummond. And on that note, today we are going to go after Andre Drummond. I decided to package together Nikola Vucevic, Evan Turner, and a first-round draft pick by the Utah Jazz in exchange for Andre Drummond and Caron Butler. I'm hoping that the GM loves this trade, but unfortunately he doesn't. So I decided to add another first-round pick by the Brooklyn Nets. And after a little convincing, we have officially acquired Andre Drummond and a solid veteran in Caron Butler.
Boy, the Hawks have some big bodies along that front line, Shaq. How do you keep them from dominating the paint?
Well, you have to collapse down. You got to show double. You got to be real aggressive, especially on your rotations. You can't let them get too deep inside on you, Ernie.
Truer words never spoken. Let's turn it over to Kevin Harlan.
Thank you, Shaq and Ernie. And as we're going up against the Atlanta Hawks in tonight's game, you already know Kyle Korver and Mr. Paul Millsap, they are going to bring their A-game tonight. But as we're looking at our newly acquired big man right here, Mr. Andre Drummond, I promise to you that this was the last and final trade for this season. This is going to be the team that we're going to try and go on a run with during playoff time. And I'm hoping that we did all of the necessary moves in order to compete for a championship. But now, let's spend a minute to talk about the trade that just happened. A huge blockbuster trade, getting Andre Drummond and Caron Butler to be on my Boston Celtics. Of course, we had to let go of 2 first-round draft picks, Nikola Vucevic and Mr. Evan Turner. And the main reason why I decided to go with this trade is, of course, all of you. I've seen a lot of comments talking about the fact that you guys weren't really a fan of the Nikola Vucevic trade in the first place and that you wanted me to get Andre Drummond instead. So for that reason, I decided to look up this trade and I was actually happy to see that it worked out. But of course, there are more reasons behind this trade. So let's move on to the next one. Reason number 2. And reason number 2 are the contracts, specifically Nikola Vucevic and Mr. Andre Drummond. Nikola Vucevic, he was on his last and final year, and given how good he was and how young he is, that would have been a max contract deal that we would have had to offer him in order for him to stay on this team. And I don't think that I'm ready just quite yet to offer Nikola Vucevic a max contract, even though he's a 20-10 type of player. And on that note, Andre Drummond, he has 2 more years left, and the second year of his deal is worth around $3 million a year. So that gives us a lot of flexibility going into the off-season and beyond. And of course, now another reason why I decided to get Andre Drummond. He is currently the league leader in rebounds per game. And we have certainly been struggling when it comes to the rebounding. And look at that beautiful dunk right there by Giannis. I am so glad that we acquired this guy. And I cannot blame Mr. Evan Turner for complaining that he's not getting any playing time, because Giannis, he is just a beast. But yeah, talking about beast, let's go back to Andre Drummond. Because yeah, we desperately needed his rebounding. And even though Nikola Vucevic is a double-double type of guy, 20 points, 10 rebounds per game, it just didn't really translate to what I was seeing out there on the floor. He just wasn't winning the rebounding battles between Paul Millsap, Jared Sullinger, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I'm hoping that now that we've got Andre Drummond is going to show these guys how to grab some boards, because looking at this play right there, that is what I'm talking about. Creating those second chance opportunities for your team. And as you can see, we're barely at the end of the third quarter, and Andre Drummond, he already has double digits in rebounds. So yeah, that is going to be a big time thing for us. And last but not least, the last reason why I decided to acquire Andre Drummond, I think it's pretty simple. It's Andre Drummond. He is like a baby Shaq out there. He hasn't really reached his full potential just quite yet. And once he does, we are going to offer him that max contract deal. So you already know, these Boston Celtics, they are definitely looking great so far. So as we got Jared Sullinger right there getting that contested layup to go, we are actually playing really well against these Atlanta Hawks. They are such a great team, and going into the fourth quarter of this game, we now have our veteran out there, Caron Butler. Look at him, beautiful jump shot right there. He should be good for us playing, let's say, around 12 minutes per game. I think that is somewhat of a sweet spot right there. And as we got Kyle Korver getting that steal, he gets it to Jared Sullinger again. And whenever I see one of my bigs run up and down the court, you already know we gotta show them some love. Give them the basketball, let them throw it down. Look at Paul Millsap though, oh my goodness. Huge block right there. And like I said before, whenever my bigs are running up and down the court, I am looking to try and find them out there. And you already know, Rajon Rondo, he can find anyone on a fast break. So as we're currently sitting on a 6-point lead, we got Marcus Smart taking it straight to the rack. That was beautiful. Mr. Jeff Teague, he cannot get that 3-point shot to go. And as we got the game clock winding down, we are looking to make one last play right there. And that is a huge and one by Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, he has certainly been playing spectacular tonight. And I can't be more excited about the fact how well we played against these Atlanta Hawks. We have been getting a lot of losses as of late, and I apologize for that, but that is basically out of my hands. And for now, I'm happy that we have gotten a win after a big time trading for Andre Drummond and Caron Butler. And looking at the game stats of Andre Drummond, you can see 14 points and 12 rebounds on 8-minute quarters. That is big time right there. And talking about big time, Caron Butler, perfect from the field, 10 points, just playing 11 minutes. And last but not least, we got the team comparison stats right here. And you can see we definitely won the rebounding battle big time. But that is it for me. Stay classy, folks. Cheers, Nike.